was a really good pitcher. I really did. I threw 7 on-hitters when I
Oh,
was a
well,
little
there you go.
bigger. When I was a little leaguer, just throwing fastballs. Only I got a good arm.
You are partnered with Saxx for the World Series. So what can you tell us about this partnership?
Well, what I can tell you is it's a great group of guys to work with. Obviously, we did this beautiful promotion in Miami. It took us almost the whole day, but it was fun to be part of it. Obviously, working with great talent, great group of guys, great people, great behind the scenes camera guys, and great producers. So basically, it's great just to be part of this promotion with Saxx for the World Series. Obviously, is always to help, obviously, that 𝐒𝐶𝐁𝐒𝐂𝐿, and basically that's a very important to be part of it. Obviously, we have to pay attention of what we do, the way that we live life, and when you're talking about the age, very from 18 to 30, 31, 32 years old, you can get testicle counseling. So the good thing is you can catch it early, and you can be cured. It's 99% that you can be cured, but obviously it's important to pay attention, and basically that's what we did this. That's what we did it with Saxx underwear, because obviously the way that Saxx makes the underwear is just to protect that area. Yeah. Well recommended. A bunch of different types of materials that you can choose. Very comfortable, and believe it or not, I have one now on, and I'm very comfortable. I'm very comfortable wearing it. So very happy to be part of this promotion during the World Series, and make sure go and check and make sure you're okay.
Absolutely, yeah. And I got a chance to watch the commercial. It's really great, really entertaining. So yeah, definitely check that out. And obviously
the Ballgorithm, looking stats, numbers, and very, very fun, confusing, but it's fun.
Yeah, it is absolutely right about that. But of course, this is all to promote the World Series, and the Rangers, who you played for a long time, are 2 wins away from making it to the championship. So what do you think they need to do, and not just to get to the World Series, but to win their first title in franchise history?
I think they don't need to change anything, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
They're playing great ball. They're playing great. They're having a great postseason. When you starting in the postseason facing Tampa Bay Rays, the way they start the season, undefeated for 3 weeks, and then we went there and beat them and sweep them in 2 games, and then plays the Orioles, which is win 100 games,
right?
And then now win 2 games in Houston. That tells you how good a baseball the Rangers are playing. But I think that comes with a good group of people, starting from the front office, the Chris Young, the Bruce Bochy, the Mike Maddox, the whole coaching staff that put these kids or these players ready to play on the field, and also the players when they go out there and perform and play hard. I think the reason that we are in this level, that we are 2 games to win the World Series, because we didn't have too many injuries in our team. A little bit of 𝐒𝐿 Seegers and a few pitchers, but other than that, a lot of regular players play every day, play hard. And when you have a solid lineup that goes there every day and play every day, you're going to win a lot of games.
Absolutely. And one of the things that's been talked about this postseason is the format. It's a lot different from when you were playing, and when I was growing up. There's just more teams added to the postseason, and there's just been talking about changing the format just because of the top teams being out. Do you like the fact that do you like the playoff system the way it is, where the top 2 teams?
Well, baseball changed. Okay.
Yeah.
when we play, obviously is winners of their division makes the playoff, and two teams in two game and two and one wild card. That was it, both national and American. But I think I like the way the playoff are this year. More opportunities, more teams to be able to play in the playoff, and you never know. Sometimes when you're in the playoff, it's different games, different baseball, and sometimes when you give those opportunities, you might never know what's going to happen. And basically, there you go. A lot of surprises in baseball this year. The Orioles, the Rays, us, the Rangers. I mean, they're teams that playing great baseball, great ball, and I don't think it's nothing wrong the way that I've seen playoff today. I mean, the first series is best out of three, which is not a long series. Then go back to the same best out of five and two best out of seven. So I don't think it's any changes there. Just a couple of more teams that get the opportunity to be in the playoff and play.
Right. And 20 years ago, you helped the Marlins win the World Series. When you look back at that time in 2003, when did you realize, at what point in the season did you realize that this team could make a run at the World Series?
Well, we started in spring training. Obviously, the only player that signed that year was me, and the same team was there the year before when they lost 95, 96 games, I think. But basically, everything was in spring training. My job in spring training was to know the starting rotation and the bullpen staff and the pitching coach and basically the players, the position players. But I pay a lot of attention and to know them, to know the pitchers that I'm going to be work with, and make them understand me behind the plate and me understand them the way they wanted to work with me. So it was good spring training. I get the chance to play a lot of games, to know them, what they throw, what they like to do. Then we start the season. We didn't finish the season. The first half too good. We were struggling pretty much the first half, and then we start to pick things up in the second half, and that went in the wild card 2 weeks before the season's over, 2 weeks or week before the season's over. And then we go and face the Giants, the Cubs, and the Yankees. But I think the reason that we played so good during the playoff was because we didn't have nothing to lose. Basically, we won the wild card. We was the underdogs out of every team in the playoff that year, and that make us play the game more relaxed. And I think that was a big key for us, because we showed to the ballpark ready to play the game as hard as we can, and we end up playing good game.
Of course. And, before you were with the Marlins, you were with the Rangers from 91 to 2002. What would you say would be your favorite moment during your time with the Rangers?
The favorite moment with the Marlins? Or with the Rangers, I think I spent 12 years there from 91 to 2002. And to be honest with you, it was a great organization to play with. They gave me the opportunity to sign as a 16-year-old kid from Puerto Rico, and fly to Florida, play 2 years in Single A, and just a month and a half in Double A, and play the game in the big league at 19 years old, and then play there from 19 to obviously to 2002. I think great organization. I played with 6 great organizations. That they don't get me wrong, those 6 organizations was really good to play with, but obviously when you play that many years with one organization, good thing happens. Good managers, good players, different guys play. in front of the Rangers fan, which is to me is one of the best fans in baseball. Very loyal fans that goes to the park even when they win, when the team is winning or not. They still come into the ballpark and support the team. And I saw that for that many years. So to me, is a very good place to play baseball.
Absolutely. And, you know, when it comes to your career, you hold the record for most gold gloves for a catcher and second most for Silver Slug awards, just right behind Mike Piazza. You know, when you were playing, was one of your goals to be just a great all-around catcher when it comes to defense and hitting?
I think for me, you have to separate those two types of baseball. You know, you have to separate offense and defense, and I did that really well. I focused a lot in my defensive part of the game. I didn't pay attention much about offensive part of the game, and I think that helped me so much. And that's probably why I end up having the numbers that I have as an offensive player as well. Is because I was thinking about my, you know, calling a good game, you know, doing a good job behind the plate, and I think that's very important. You know, the most important job in baseball is behind the plate. Is catching. Obviously,
yeah,
it's not catch and throw back to the pitcher. You have to study. You have to see a lot of videos. You have to do your own reports and show it to to your pitchers that you're gonna be working with that day, and also the pitching coach. So it's a hard job. It's an hour and a half to two every day that you got to go in and show to the ballpark early and study and get it ready. But I think that's what for me, that's the most proud that I did in my career was my defensive part of the game.
Of course. And, you know, one last question for me before I let you go is, from what I understand, when you started playing baseball, you were a pitcher, but then you were moved to catcher. You know, looking back, do you think you would have made a successful pitcher if you were playing in the major leagues as a pitcher?
No, I don't think so, because that happens when I was playing Little League. That was one of those years that I was 10, 11 years old, and I was a good hitter. So my dad was my manager, and he wants to keep my bat basically pretty much all the time in the lineup. So I pitch, I play third base, I catch, but basically I play all the game. I was a really good pitcher. I really did. I threw 7 on hitters when I was a little bigger. When I was a little leaguer, just throwing fastballs only. I got a good arm back then, but it was a great time just to be part of being a kid, enjoy the game, enjoying playing different positions, but since my very early age, I knew that I was going to be a good catcher.
Absolutely. You're right about that. Well, Iván, thank you so much for your time. I really do appreciate it, and continued success to you.